So before you start this tutorial, it's important that you stretch, and for this, especially stretch your back and your shoulders. Something that you will want to practice before this tutorial is having a bridge and being able to go into a bridge from a standing position. But if you haven't got your bridge yet, you can always watch my tutorial on how to do one. But as a part of the warm-up, make sure you practice going into a bridge like this a few times. Something you'll want to be able to do for the next part is to be able to kick over from the bridge. And this is important because it's something that you're going to use a lot in the actual back handspring. To get more used to the feeling of a back handspring, you can also practice some of these. This is how you're going to start your back handspring later. And this next step is what really is going to help you with the feeling of a back handspring. So what you'll want to do is swing your arms like you're about to go into a back handspring, but instead go into a bridge. So this is sort of combining the jump backs and the going into a bridge from standing position. And this step might be the most important for getting a back handspring, so this one you should really practice a lot of times. And to this step you can also add on to the bridge by kicking over. And in the kick over, kind of pull your legs together so that you land with them both at the same time. And once you've practiced all of this enough times, you probably feel pretty comfortable with the feeling of a back handspring already. And you might even be ready to do one. So what I would recommend now is to go to a place where you're doing the back handspring in like a tilted slope. Or at least like starting from a higher surface, like putting your feet on a mat and jumping off of the mat, for example. Because when your feet are now starting from a higher surface than the rest of your body, it's going to get you really used to the feeling of a back handspring. And the only thing you need to add on to the motion that you already practiced is that you lift your feet up earlier. Keep focusing on going into a bridge, but now every time that you do it, just try to kick your feet up a little bit earlier. As you can see in this freeze frame, I'm sort of going into a bridge, but my feet are almost already off the ground, and that is what you want to focus on achieving. So in conclusion, in this step you should focus on lifting your feet, but still focus on the motion of going into a bridge. And those were all the steps for this tutorial, but I also just want to say that a back handspring is a scary skill and you're probably just going to have to practice it a lot of times before you get it. This skill is probably not something you're going to be able to do after just one time of watching this. Basically, don't expect yourself to be able to do it in one day. Make sure to take breaks from practicing it if you need to, and just try to stay motivated. And when you've finally got your back handspring, you can also add other skills onto it, such as connecting it to a round-off like this. If you have any questions about a back handspring or you need help with anything, just make sure to ask me in the comments and I will help you. But that was everything for this tutorial, so I really hope you enjoyed it and thank you so much for watching.